Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'll take you trucking in East Germany. Today we are hauling liquid manure from a bioreactor off of a dairy farm here in East Germany. It's quite a big one actually. Just to quickly go over this, what we're actually looking at today. So this is a dairy farm. Should have around like a couple of hundreds, almost up to 1,000 hectares. So it's quite a big one. We're in East Germany here, so depending on that communist, socialist history, kind of the farmers after the Second World War lost their land to forced collectivization of farms. So basically the government was owning all of the farmland and all of the farmers had to join corporations or communal services like these bigger farms, and all of the land was given up, and so basically everybody worked on state-owned or government-owned farms. And then after the reunion of Germany and after the fall of the Iron Curtain, these farms usually got sold either to the previous owners, so like in shared holdings, or the whole operation was basically sold and the land was owned by a single owner. So in this case I think it's like multiple owners, but it looks pretty professional here, so I think it's a good run operation. They even have like a automatic milking system, so that looks pretty good. What this is actually it's not just manure in here, it's a bioreactor. So in Germany we have quite a lot of those coming around here. We use those for energy production, for electrical energy. So everything that basically is biodegradable can be put into these bioreactors, and we will use it for natural methane production. So the bacteria basically eats up all of the carbohydrates in there, and then methane gets produced, and that one is being burned in a normal diesel engine basically, and it's running 24/7. So therefore it's producing electrical energy and heat. And the heat, for example, will be used in here for the stalls, or for hot water production, or even for heating normal housing if the farm or if the bioreactor is close enough to settlement. And it's quite an efficient production, and yeah, so it's been established around like 20 years ago when we had a green government, and it's been highly subsidized, of course. And these bioreactors mostly run off of corn silage or maize silage, and yeah, everything that is being biodegradable basically. So liquid manure from the cows, food residue, even like human consumption food residue goes into these bioreactors sometimes, and it's being used for methane production. So of course after the bacteria has eaten up all of the carbohydrates, the nitrogen is still in there, for example, and the phosphorus and all of the other nutrients. And then we take it out to the fields with these trucks here and work it into the soil. So it's basically just normal manure application here. This truck, they might look a little bit small for the American guys, but it's a four-wheel drive. It's I think around 200, 300 horsepower, something like that. It's pretty fuel efficient, to be honest. Those are limited to 60 kilometers an hour, therefore I can drive it as well, because they don't require a truck license in Germany, but only a tractor license. and you don't have to track the hours. So usually you would have like a little chip card in there, and you would have to pay toll on the roads. But with agricultural vehicles, it's not the same. So basically, this thing counts as a tractor. The pump, of course, is driven by hydraulics, which is taken straight from the engine, of course. And sometimes we don't pump ourselves, but we use like a pump system which goes in on top of this. The back one, that one is just for taking out manure on the field. So the applicator, the John Deere tractor, he's just coming with that little boom in there and docks on it and then starts the pump and just empties out the barrel like this. This is 28 cubic, so somewhere around like 28 metric tons. And yeah, works quite well actually. Even though the truck is only like 2-axle, we get up to the hills pretty good, and it's easier driving than I expected it to be honest. I've seen some hectares. So this is just winter wheat stubble that we're using it on. Yeah, these lines basically sell the manure or applicate it on their own fields, and then this is like after harvest. Okay. So while I'm waiting for the second load to be picked up, I can show you around the truck a little bit. So these are just the standard type Mercedes-Benz cab over. It's not like the American cab over where you sit on the engine, but actually those ones are quite okay today. We got an automatic transmission, so no unsynchronized shifting. Usually all trucks in Germany are automatic, which is kind of odd because all of the cars are basically shifters. But yeah, anyway. We got the diff lock and four-wheel drive here. So front diff lock, back diff lock and four-wheel drive. Forward, reverse, gears for manual, so you can switch between automatic and manual, and you can put on the engine brake as well if you switch like this. Yeah, apart from that, actually not much to say about the truck itself. We got this system on here, which gives you a little bit of some orientation though. So this program is called Web Agrarmonitor, which is like a German company. And I mean, we do all of the bookings and the paperwork and the fuel usage and everything on here. But what this in the map also gives me away is the routes my colleagues have been driving. So this is really good for orientation usually. So I can see where he has turned and which way he was taking. Sometimes the GPS fails because of the reception here in Germany and just like not so good sometimes. But we go through all of these villages and then I can see where everybody else is basically right now. Yeah, zoom level is just a little bit unadjusted here. Yeah, that's how it works basically. And I do the keeping here, distance, cubic meters. I put it into the records and then here we go again. So let's go back to the farm.